Hello, everybody. There we go. Welcome to Bourbon Street Bookers and Indie Love as we talk about Love Belvin's Inconvenient Truth, Jackson and L. Um, sorry. You don't need to do it at this point. And so it's wrong on the other one too, then, because all I did was I ain't changed nothing but took one out and put one in. I
I guess
apologize.
I just paid attention this time.
And you weren't paying attention last time because it's the same thing. Anyway, I'll make sure I fix it. That's behind the scenes chitter chatter, y'all. Sorry. She messed up my whole freaking intro, sending messages. Um, welcome, y'all. I don't know whoever said hello, good
That's
afternoon, good evening.
Karen. Hey,
Karen
Karen.
and Lisa.
And Lisa Vaughn.
Oh,
Vaughn.
yeah.
Lisa's still in jail.
Yeah. So we're here to talk about Love's Inconvenient Truth, Jackson and L's story. I'm just gonna kick it off because I know I'm gonna just sit back and let y'all have at it. Um
Ain't that some shit?
I have read this story, I know at least 4 times, if not more.
I think I read it like maybe one and I didn't finish it the second time I read it again. But the instant I don't know about y'all. Hey Nikki, the
Hey, y'all.
encyclopedia definitely helped me to refresh. Because all I need to do is remember their names, and it just kind of all comes back. I live in the LBU, so like mentally, I'm still in.
Right. So of course, I love everything LB does. I'm not gonna say this is one of my favorites. I do feel like we needed more. And I don't care what you say, you ain't getting no more than what you get in other stories about them. When she said way back then, it's one book, everybody was like, yeah, right. It ain't gonna be no one book. He showed our asses because she ain't. Jackson and L got one
Let me
book.
tell you why I agree with you on why
Okay.
we need more. As quiet as it's kept, L is the true first lady of the LBU. Girl, fix your face. L runs the entire, L runs the entire LBU.
Everybody is connected to L.
Yeah.
Every single body is connected
She
to
runs shit.
her.
She
Yeah.
runs shit. You
Yeah.
know what?
So
One of the things I liked about her, I compared her for a good little while to Raina. I think they had similar personalities in the sense that they were the mature ones, the older ones. Because I mean, we got Raina at a point in her life where she was ready to start settling, right? But it just was, I don't know. I just saw that same diva, the style, the dancing. It just kind of, I saw a lot of similarities there.
so
El's a thinker. I think that's why Raina understood her so well, because they had similarities between the two of them. She's like, "Girl, I see me in you." Because L has that thing where even with all of her insecurities and everything she went through, every strong female lead in the LBU, L could get with them.
Yep.
that's true.
Sit in every circle with everybody.
That is true.
And get them together too.
Right.
I love her ability to just command the room, and just So, and on top of being sexy, the fact that she was a cougar,
She was fighting being a cougar though. She was trying not to.
girl,
She was
Look,
fighting it.
look, and she ain't just a cougar, she a crazy ass cougar on top of that.
She a stalker cougar.
my girl did not start out like that. She didn't know that she was gonna get that good. Okay.
Okay.
My
So let
knew
me
that.
say something real quick. So
I
She
want
knew it
my
from
Isha
day
to
one
tell us.
up in that hotel room talking about, "Ooh, look at his abs."
that book started out with them in the room, right? The hotel room, right?
Yeah.
I have
This
to
is
say,
the only book she
I
started
like
out
that
where
she
they were
threw
just
us right into the mix of this. Like,
Right,
and
how
he
many
right.
books
With
do you have where you start off directly
with the
in?
sex scene, right
right.
there.
I think that's the only series she did it in, right? Or what book, right? Rather. But he was like too big or something, right?
Yes.
And he was like in a fit. I mean,
Go ahead, Jack. That
Now
little young thing.
imagine that on a young man.
Them little niggas, they're too fertile.
he told her she needed to relax and let him in. I think I haven't read it in a while, but I believe he told her,
But
relax.
from day one, there was like chemistry there. Like they couldn't. It was undeniable chemistry. Like, even as much as like she needed to relax and the whole thing. Like she hadn't picked up anybody in a bar in forever, and he hadn't kissed anybody in forever.
Mm-hmm.
But the two of them,
Yeah.
something about the other one made them do stuff that was out of character.
Right.
So, I'm walking around and all of a sudden I done picked up this man in the bar and I can't control myself. And then I run into him the next day and I'm so arrogant that I'm like, "Did you do this?" And he's like, "Did you do this?" Because both of us think that we the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
imagine, I don't know, I'm at a point in my life, I can't imagine a younger man having that kind of dominance over me.
And I
I
think
can't.
honestly, I think that's
Well,
her problem.
well, you saying you at that point in your life now. So a younger man for us, because we're the same age,
Mm-hmm.
would be late 30s, not in his 20s,
Right.
late 30s.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all see this face Mimi is.
Yeah.
Listen,
Woo!
somebody in his late 30s that had a vasectomy could come this way.
She said with a vasectomy.
That part. I need your shit to let me shut up. I want it to work, but I don't want nobody that can get me pregnant. Y'all can go on about your business.
Because ain't no babies coming this way. You and that baby
Yes,
go
indeed.
to hell. Like this girl said on
Wait,
Instagram,
does somebody have the phone, another device up with the volume up?
huh?
If
I
so,
think that's some feedback.
yeah, the feedback that we getting is somebody have another device up? Were you looking at it on another device?
No.
I am, but it's turned all the way
It
down.
stopped. It stopped now.
Yeah,
So I don't know
turned
what it
all the way
was.
down. But I saw this girl on like a little reel the other day. I don't know if I sent that to you, Ayana, but a girl said her mama waited till she was like 18, 19 to have another baby, and everybody think that's her baby. She said, "No, this is my brother because I'm fuck baby free." And I'm like, "Yes, me too. Me too. Fuck baby. Don't send them nowhere around here until it's grandkids."
Mm-hmm.
I ain't in no hurry. But I had to make sure she heard that.
Here was the only thing I had a problem with. How Quincy, as you all know, Jackson's dad,
Mm-hmm.
how to a certain extent he passed his shit on down to Jackson.
Right.
I mean, how I guess that that's just men, that double standard or what have you. And again, you have a son, a little later you have a daughter. Now, how you raising Candace in the same household where you raised, Jack, and the whole rules, everything is so different, right? But the way you treated women, the way you taught your son,
Mm-hmm.
and again, molestation.
I was gonna say that was abusive.
right. We talked about this with Ashton, right? The
Mhm.
fact that him and Norma Jean was together. And Jackson is no different in that situation. Like
Yeah, like he
literally
brought
had no
his
business.
father bringing him into that situation and treating him more like he was his contemporary than
Mm.
he was his child he was raising. And even if you wanted to treat him like a contemporary, like he was a teenager, and you hooking him up with these old ladies
Yeah.
that's hanging around you, that's just wrong on so many levels.
And
Mhm.
Maisha, you're right. He didn't raise Candace. Technically, shit, he ain't raised Jackson. I
Right.
mean, him and Jackson was more like friends, like bosom buddies.
Homeboys.
But he said it. That's my best friend. He said his daddy was his best
Well,
friend.
shit. He was a piece of shit. Girl, Tina made it here on time. Can you believe that, Joss? And she need nobody to send her a ding, a ning, or nothing. You go
Don't do
ahead.
They
look.
said
Don't do my Tina. Don't do my Tina.
His mom did not help. And her and her alcoholism, her and her own personal insecurities. I don't know about y'all, but as a mother, you have, and I get it. I know about the mental health and all that,
he
but
should
you
have
need,
left his ass. If she was that
right,
miserable,
you put your
leave
shit
his ass.
aside.
True.
And then you start mistreating your son as a result of his pissy ass daddy, who
Not
you
just treat
chose.
your son, you also ignore your daughter.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
like
Ooh.
go to hell. What?
Uh-oh.
No, wait. Girl, I'm on my mama computer and she got somebody texting her on this computer. We need to stop that.
Like I said, what?
Yeah. So but yeah, you she should have left his ass. Like I listen, I'm assuming that she was around the age that I am right now. And I can tell you right now, I'm not gonna be miserable for nobody.
Hmm.
You want to go out and do your thing? I'm gonna go out and do my thing, bitch. We could go together. We could
Mhm.
go whole strolling together, walk in the same bar. Ladies on this side, men on this side. Let's go.
As for I'm sure she had to be mortified to realize this little young nigga ain't just a young nigga. Nigga, that's a
Well,
young nigga,
and
my boss.
Yeah.
she was trying to reconcile that whole thing the whole time. And honestly, I was rereading it in preparation for today, and I had to laugh to myself because from the time she walked in there after Jackson assured himself that she didn't set him up, he was plotting.
Mm-hmm.
Every time he looked at her, behind his eyes, he was thinking like, "Yeah, I'm just figuring out how I'm gonna get that again."
But he was so smooth with it.
He was so smooth. He was
So smooth
plotting,
with it.
coming up, little whispers in in the ear,
Mm-hmm.
little comments here and there, doing stuff. He didn't make it obvious, but he was just planting seeds. From the time he reconciled in his mind that she didn't set him up, he was planting seeds to get back there.
Mhm.
Yes. We have some
Elle
great.
had a whole lot of stuff. I think, yeah, she had reservations with being a cougar, but she has so much stuff on her, so much
Right.
stuff that she was carrying from her parents,
Right.
I
Her
mean, that
marriage.
whole scene when she went to, when she took him,
To her family home.
yeah,
Oh,
I need to,
Wait, take the comments off.
yeah, get the fuck out of here.
I didn't even see the comments.
Who my who say hello?
Like, you ain't running this, girl.
not
Stop
ignore her.
relax until we get to those parts. But even when she took him home and like he's sitting there stunned and like you don't know what a person is dealing with until you really, really know. Like she was harboring so much, and I think that it opened his eyes to why she was so. It wasn't just you're older than me, and that's why she didn't know how to handle none of that. She didn't know how to handle love. She didn't know how to do none of it.
Mhm.
And then as we learn much later, right? Why? But not to go there. I like the dynamic of how she came into the story. No expectations, of course. She wasn't looking
Mhm.
for shit. She just was trying to get a fresh start. That's
Mhm.
look, let's have a little fun. Like somebody said, Sean said in the comments, BDE, get a little bit and move. And she did not expect her world to be turned upside down by this little young little ninja here coming up in here with this sweet ass BDE. You're making
But
you crazy
but
and
This
carrying up.
mature dick.
and what she didn't know either is that was his MO. We learned that in Love's Unaccounted Series that
Right.
Well,
he
he
liked
got there with that
older.
old ass lady.
Right.
Girl,
And
them
what was
old ass ladies.
Yeah.
Raina
What was
looking
it? What
like
was her name? Evelyn. Was it Evelyn, the dancer? Evelyn, who
Child.
yeah. My
Yeah.
ain't nobody treating you like no stepchild. God, dog. Get out your
Naisha.
effing
Right.
feelings.
Wait, where's chemo? We
Put
need
one
chemo on
comment on
duty.
there, Maisha. One comment that you wanted to talk about. Put one
We
thing
need
on
we need chemo on duty. Where chemo at?
it. And don't make it a whole paragraph.
Oh, Jesus be
Everybody knows.
offense. She
That's
said
just
everybody noticed. Mm-mm-mm. This woman here, I tell you, Jesus be offense. I
I
said,
said.
Oh, well,
you wasting, look, you wasting chat.
Come on, Jackson.
come on, girl.
Like, see,
Season snatch. He got no.
no, like, girl, leave it to Lisa.
Elle wasn't
I
prepared
can't see
to
the name.
deal with Jackson's youth.
She wasn't prepared for none of that. She just wanted
Right.
a little dick, give me a little something, something, hold me over to the next one.
Well, the thing is, though, even though once she found out about the youth, she kept trying to use it as a weapon against him.
I'm too old for you. I can't have no
Right.
children,
She
right?
like every time he would say something, well, you just young, and she would make these little comments and give him all these little put downs about being younger. And then it came out really that he was more mature than her at that
That
point
part.
because of the things that he had been through.
The unfortunate part, the unfortunate things that he had been through, right?
Right. Her
And he had a
unfortunate
lot of
thing.
responsibility on him at such a young
Well, I
age as
say he
well.
had responsibility and his thing, but her unfortunate thing stunted her growth. And
Right.
so she ran to New York to resume her life. He had unfortunate things that forced him to see things and be mature beyond his years.
Imagine that. Imagine sex having a different effect on each person. Her stepbrother, who's 7 years older than her,
Mm-hmm.
kind of messed her up mentally, right? Just literally tore her down. And I mean, I'm sure there's several elements to that, right? But we're talking about the whole act of sex, right? Whereas for a man, it put him in a state of mind, just like with Ashton, to think they fucking grown. But in
So
his case,
But
he had no
but ain't
choice
that
but
the
to be
thing? A
Mama.
grown.
man a man a man find out that he can do a little something. A few women give him some confidence. He grown from then on.
Can't tell him nothing.
I think Elle was just looking for a way out, and that's why she kept throwing that in his face. She knew that she had demons that she had not dealt with. She had not healed from it, and she was looking for a way out. And I think that that's the reason why she kept throwing that in his face.
But don't you think it scared her? Like there was something there, and she knew it was something there, and it scared her that it could be something more than just a casual fling that she's had with
Well,
everybody else.
that's the reason why she ran at the end. Well, towards the end. That's
Yeah.
the reason why she ran, because she was afraid. Once she realized her feelings was getting involved and his was getting involved, shoo.
And Maisha, you're right. A man would want a kid, right? Which is why she continues to use that as a weapon to say, I can't have kids, right? But little did he realize that wasn't even the life he was ready for. So, that was kind of invalid. I mean, long term, yeah. And here we are much, much later and we know better. But just knowing all the trauma that she suffered, she had her own trauma. You talking about the stepbrother, her ex-husband, right? The babies that she had, the twins. There's a lot of things that she went through. So she certainly wasn't thinking about. I mean, the first thing I think about when you would think about going with a younger man, I gotta fucking raise this motherfucker all over again. That's
No, I
me.
don't. No, I don't, because I will send you right back packing to your mom.
Look, Martha, come get your son.
So
Martha.
that's what, like, we're not doing that.
So I'll ship your
Martha,
ass
come
right
get your
off.
son.
Listen, this it was nice. The dick was good, but you and Elaine are the same age, and I'm finished with her.
The
So
devil is girl. I cannot imagine. Oh my God, I would be so grossed out. My baby will be 29 in April. I cannot. Mm-mm.
my first question is how you gonna correct her and you the same age as her? That's what that's what I'll be thinking. Like you can't even correct my child because y'all the same age.
Oh my goodness.
And if she curse you out, I'm just gonna sit there because
Nice, you gonna have to tell us about your expertise on cougarness. That's a story
Right.
for the chat. That's a Maisha story time. Allegra, keep us posted on that.
I,
I
I
love,
I guess I'm a baby cougar. My husband is like 14 months younger than me, but it don't really count because
you know,
It ain't no.
y'all the
I'm a baby
same age.
cougar. But it
I
don't
would
really
like to
count
think
because
that it
we were
only
both so
counts
young. We were
if
still learning stuff.
you're 5 years or more older than him.
Yeah, no,
Y'all the
no.
same age, child. Same age.
That's what I tell him, but that's not what he tell me.
You can date Maisha, you must not be in your 40s yet. Talking about you could date a 29-year-old.
I'm about to say, how old is Maisha?
Listen, you can, but is it a good idea? Hell no.
There's some
Right.
dumbass young
When
people.
you hit
And see, that
54,
was the beauty of Jackson because through Elle's experience and stuff, she was thinking, "There's no way I'm gonna have anything in common with
Right.
this man." But because of what he'd been through, he had a little bit more experience than her. They
This
had been
he
through
was
it.
a finesser. I mean, like he knew, like he went. It's like he went to women's school to learn how to finesse older women to the point where that nigga knew everything.
Well, his dad had all them old women teach him.
who this?
Girl,
Who is? Who
that's
is?
Karen. That's Karen. Ah,
13 years apart. Okay.
we are 13 years apart. It didn't work because I was worried his sex was ran. Go ahead, mom.
Listen, 7 years was too much for me. Especially when that motherfucker told me he ain't had no kids and he was still looking to have them. Well, bitch, you got the wrong one.
You gotta go.
No.
Yeah, I'm definitely not having no
Yeah,
more kids.
I ain't
That would
playing
never have
around
happened.
in them streets. I am not playing in them streets. Y'all can have that.
Yeah.
So
No.
there are
Wait,
more for y'all.
wait. So y'all just meeting these random niggas, not ones with
Wait, who said about that? Lakeisha said,
Nope.
"Nope,
Always want to
always
move
want to
in
move in."
and play PlayStation all day.
Wow. But listen, let me tell you something. I used to tell my friend all the time. She used to complain about her husband on PlayStation. And I told her, I said, girl, at least you know where he at.
hmm.
Woo.
Oh, I
You
can't
know?
even imagine.
Girl,
At least you know where he at.
I
I ain't
cannot
taking care of no
imagine.
grown ass folk. I ain't doing it.
I'm
I ain't doing
I'm
it.
with you. Like I don't like you were talking about how you gonna tell them what to do the same age. I got an 18-year-old and almost a 22-year-old. What I look like bringing somebody around? There's no. I'm good. I tell people all the
Yeah.
time, if I ever got divorced, you ain't got to worry about seeing me with nobody.
Okay,
My
so
who
I'm
said
not
Maisha
sure.
party? You know she
I'm
ain't.
not sure who this is, but
That's
love,
Jennifer.
That's
huh?
Jennifer or mess itself.
Love is not coming to this. So I'm like, wait, did we promote
Look,
that?
you know Jennifer be the one asking the questions that get love to give us inside information on what's coming next and all of that.
Hmm.
Talise, what you mean you gonna speak for Jack age bracket? So here's the thing. We know from experience, women are traditionally much more mature than men. So for me, it would just be a turn off. I know different strokes for different folks. I know everybody's not the same. I know there are some very mature people out here.
But here's the thing. Jackson was an old soul.
He
We
was.
all know that there are some exceptions to the rule. And I believe Jackson was one of those exceptions. He was an old soul. He hung around he was hanging around Asmir and Stanton when he was damn near a teenager. He
Don't
grew up
get
Yeah.
around.
it.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm
Yes.
sorry. But there was no going. There was not going to be any getting around that because Stanton and Quincy were best friends. We all
Right.
know how Stanton broke down when he found out that
Right.
Q had, so there's no getting around that. But Jackson he went aside from pledging. When was he really around people his own age? He
True,
was an old soul.
Right.
Period.
true.
But with having his father as his best friends, it was kind of expected. Like you gonna hang around people who your father hang with, and he hung with
Mm.
people
And I don't,
his
I don't,
age.
I don't agree with him being weird. That was just his preference.
Who said that? That was Jennifer talking
51?
about Jax was an old soul with a young.
Was she born in 51? What's that? I don't
What she
remember.
say?
His oldest,
Oh,
his youngest girlfriend was 51.
Girl,
best of
y'all
both worlds.
51. That's a shame. I don't know.
Best,
I wouldn't necessarily call it. Well, it is. It's not weird. It's weird to me, but I wouldn't call him weird. That situation that he was in was so weird. Even the responsibility. How the fuck you gotta get to be over your mama? Imagine all that
Said somebody
responsibility.
kicked Aisha out.
That's probably Jennifer.
That's
I,
Shaquana.
Oh, that's your quality.
I don't have those capabilities.
Don't do my friend that Shaquana.
I don't have
Well,
those
listen,
capabilities.
I'm not gonna call it weird or any of that. I'm just gonna say it's not for me.
I think it was like they say some things are learned and some things are genetic. I think it was a learned behavior. If that's the people that you were always around and who you lost your virginity to and who you dated hanging with your dad, it kind of just at some point I think it just became second nature to him that that's who he was attracted to.
And then he gave a rationale um in Love's Improbable Possibility. I'm trying to remember because Asmer asked him about it. Like, why
Right.
you why you with these old women? And I wish I knew exactly where it was, but he gave a rationale on why he feels. Basically, he was like, they ain't no headache. We all want the same thing. I ain't looking for nothing. Oh, wait, what is happening? They arguing? What is going on?
What
No,
happened?
No, they're not arguing.
Well,
no.
she just said this. Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, you gotta read.
Right. I'm like,
We're talking
wait,
about
what?
golden showers.
Oh, how we get on that topic?
They posted something. I scrolled right on by it the other day. I wasn't even getting ready to entertain it.
Oh my goodness.
I got you, Ma. I got you. I got you.
I'm
I
screaming.
saw. I
I'm
glanced at something,
screaming.
trying to figure. Y'all don't understand how fast these comments be scrolling up on over here.
Yeah, they just be flipping up, flipping up.
They flip
But
real quick. So
And
I
I
it's
saw.
not,
Go
I
ahead.
like
let's not miss the opportunity to talk about Candace.
I was just about to say something about her.
Yeah,
I like
go
that
ahead.
that Love was able to give us some insight into L using Candace
That part. I
because
love that
L
she
saw
finally
herself.
had someone she could finally connect. Imagine how lost she has been feeling until Al came along.
Right.
And
But she
obviously
still ain't
it
learned
wasn't
her
some
lesson because that heifer still fast. She said that heifer.
Ain't she?
She's still fast because
Ain't she? Wasn't she trying to get at the
trying to get at my nigga.
Don't
Oh,
Don't
right.
play with Rutledge.
That's right.
Oh, right.
Rutledge.
Oh, I didn't even catch that. That was the Candace that was trying to get with Rep.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, at least she ain't go off the deep end early because L helped her out.
Well, they still got to get her together. I mean, she ought to be getting up in age where she leave these, taking men alone. And
She needs some counseling too. She'd be all right. She need to hit the couch.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Who don't in the LBU need to be on the couch?
I was gonna say the one thing about LB
I don't want
is
to run
that
at
I
all.
know that when I pick up one of her books, the one thing I have to mentally prepare myself for is that there's going to be some kind of messed up thing that happened to one of these characters or both of them in their youth. And I'm going to have to open my mind to be able to handle it. So, like Elle, it was, her stepbrother, the baby's early being forced to marry, basically, and
So
all that stuff. And then you got Jackson and his dad putting him on cougar patrol as a teenager.
Hmm.
her stepbrother was just so gross. Like,
Girl, the stepdaddy too.
Yeah.
She just all of them was nasty. The whole household. My problem is always with the parents with their bullshit. With the mom who's aware of it, and how you what? Yeah, it just it's that's the weird part. That's the weird part.
you know who I didn't like in this book too?
What's that?
Girl, I was about to call that girl Precious. Patience.
Asian?
Patience. Dale's wife.
Oh. Was she older than him too?
Yeah,
Was
she
she?
Yes.
was
He
Yeah.
had a thing for older women too.
Refresh my memory. Who we talking about?
Dale was
Dale's
the R&B
wife.
He
singer
was
that
one
was
of the
declining.
artists they represented.
Yeah, she was just
And he
And
had
she
a
was
very
thing
his
for older
mama.
women.
Hey,
just
Michelle.
and antagonistic for no reason. Like,
She was like his mama.
yeah.
She gave off mama vibes.
Mm.
There's a lot of there was a lot of people that just was okay with Jackson's lifestyle. You didn't I mean everybody kind of looked at him like that's your grandmother.
So wait, Maisha said Stephanie. Baby, Stephanie had me fucking rolling. When Stephanie went first, she started off with a little leg touch. When she went in that room
Oh yeah.
with Candace and Elle, she put her hand on Elle's leg and just ran her little hand up her thigh and then moved it. And Elle didn't tell her nothing. And then when Elle spent the night over there for Christmas,
Mm-hmm.
Oh
and
yeah.
Girl.
Stephanie was in that bed and that thong.
Oh my God. Girl, I was so offended for her. Let me tell you.
And Jack said, "You touched her?" Elle hauled off and punched that girl in her face. I was dying.
She deserved every last second of that too.
Oh my
Because
God.
else
Else
Steph
that-
was gay without saying she was gay.
Man. I was offended for her because the nerve of you. How you bring your ass up in here sneak in the bed with me?
She was.
Now I know y'all see Sean mess her ass up in here talking about Jackson having worms, dealing with that lady in her 50s.
He said worms.
Now I don't know who let Sean off work early to come up in here and be messing like that.
Wow.
You know what? I'm gonna go to the I'm going to the audience because I can't. I cannot.
Baby.
I didn't even see that, Allegra.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Girl,
that's
yeah.
Sean up in here. Somebody let her in.
So many. Only person's name I can see is Maisha's. I don't see nobody else's name for
That's
whatever.
all I can see
You
too.
know what,
And,
though?
and I see
Well,
Lashira.
And I
but
see Lashira.
everybody-
Yeah, Maisha and
Yeah.
Lashira. That's the only
all I can
names
see.
I see who are
who gave permission to StreamYard to
Yeah. I know I did it late, y'all. Sorry. My life is chaotic right now.
Well, yeah, I'm looking on my phone too. So
Yeah, so am I. That's why
more.
I'm looking
Yeah.
down.
Oh, they show you the names.
Yeah, if you go to the live on your phone, but turn the volume all the way down so that it doesn't play back on your computer.
Right.
Right, the
Mhm.
feedback.
Now, what did you guys think about the sex scenes between the two of them? I have to say, when you guys asked me about this, the first thing that came to my mind is her offering backdoor for as a makeup. Who
Child,
does that as a makeup?
That was my
I
favorite
don't
scene.
know if it was a makeup.
Wait. Not Chesney's paralegal talking about that was my favorite scene.
No, it was a trust thing. That's what that was about. That was the overarching theme of that scene. Trust.
Right. To let him know that she trusts you. Right. That's true.
Mhm.
I got that part too. I got that.
Yeah.
So I think that it was just like he said, that they were both feeling like the change coming about, where they were realizing that they had feelings for one another, and neither one of them knew how to express it. Just like his expression was, this is the only place I can go where I can get sleep. So he go to her house after, I don't know if that, no, that wasn't the birthday. I think he had been on the road or something, and he went to her house, and she asked him, well, what are you doing here? And he said, I need some sleep. I've been up for a couple of days. And he get in the bed to go to sleep. And that's when she come out with the food. And he's like, you ain't ready for that. And now ain't the time for that. Maisha, what's the problem now? I'll ask you, oh,
I want
why?
to know
And
why.
I
Oh,
Is it
see
really?
so?
you now.
Really, Maisha, you not happy, huh?
But if Maisha was paying attention, we said when we started, we would have a different reader. We would invite a different reader each time we did our session, so we can get different perspective and different voices, some new voices. We've had Lisa in here. We invited Khalees. Did Khalees come? No, she wasn't
Yeah,
here.
Lisa's here. No, you my on live on our live.
Yeah, we
It
had
was
Nicole.
Maisha and Kima for those three,
Yeah,
the
Prism.
what you
and
call it?
Lisa.
Prism series.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then we did Lisa for Asmir.
right, right. That's the last
Maisha
one
is
we
still
did.
mad because my favorite characters are the ones she hates.
Which was that? Who's
Which
that?
one?
Probably Jazz.
Jazz?
Jazz and Ashton.
Hey, Ashley.
Yeah,
And Stenton.
she a jazz hater.
Ashton, and Stenton are my favorites. Jazz comes in third, though. I like Ashton and then Stenton. And actually, probably Ashton, Stenton.
Sit row.
Stint Row is my guy.
Hey Joe.
Sit row.
Stint Row is my guy.
Girl, I can't stand that little whole part.
Later
Oh
later
God.
on in life,
Hey,
Stint
let's
was
talk
all
about
right.
the
I put
scene.
a jazz lover on here. Woo.
Let's
And
talk about
then,
the scene where she pulled up on him at the restaurant where he was when he was there with Asmir. Was it
Girl,
What's the name of the restaurant? Mama.
Mama
She was
D's.
always pulling up. She trailed him to the home. She was a stalker. He put that stuff on her so good she became a stalker. She had to know everything.
And then she followed his ass to that home.
That's what I said. She
Oh, that
trailed
was bad.
That was bad.
But I
That
mean,
was really bad. Like,
at that point though, as far as Jackson, how did you guys perceive him to be? I mean, what were they doing at that point from his perspective? Because we didn't get it.
I don't think they had committed because she was still scared, but he had already confessed that he was feeling something different for her.
Okay.
And I think that she was trying to pretty much see if she could trust him, and just try to see where he was disappearing to.
Hmm. And then when he finally came out and asked her not to leave and whatever, and she still left. And
he
was
definitely wanted more. He did want more. I mean,
Did
more
he
than she was ready
communicate
to
clearly
initially
to her
give.
though? I
Huh?
mean, did he communicate clearly to her?
I don't think so. I
Yeah,
think he
I
felt
don't think he
like
did.
most men. Well, I'm showing you, right?
Yeah.
Their action, just that's how Bill was. He was the same way.
That day.
Lord.
He
Okay.
showed me. He may not have been able to articulate it. He wasn't using his words.
It was not. Let me prove you wrong real quick. How
Don't
bad
do that. Don't do that.
they was not proving. Okay, they
Listen,
didn't
that is a lie. That is a lie.
until Mike left his ass and went to that hotel.
He
Okay,
took care of my needs.
he wanted a sex dungeon mate.
He
That's
still
what he
made
wanted.
sure I was taken care of. He purchased my car. He made sure I wasn't
He
carrying no
wanted to
cash.
make sure
Boots
you
in his
could
Provided
trench.
me with a
sometimes go
home.
in the sandbox.
He made it sure that I was mentally there. He made sure. Listen, he even prepared me for the job that I would have. He wasn't stressing me about working.
He prepared you for that, or your education prepared you for that?
We're not
He
going to
was
talk about that right
emotionally
now. What we going to talk
Boots
manipulating
about?
in the
you.
trench coat.
All
I
right,
thought
let's
he
go
was
back
scared.
to Alan Jacks. Okay,
Yeah.
let's go back to
So
Alan Jacks.
so
When,
staying with Alan
when
Jackson
we discuss,
and love, I mean Josh, take note. That was not me who went off in the tangent. That was Allegra.
when
Okay.
we discuss Ezra, we gonna let you talk all by yourself. Me, Tara, and Josh gonna go on mute, and we gonna let you have the entire talk. Okay,
Fine by me.
we
As I
know,
was saying.
we
I,
know.
I thought we did Ezra already. I thought we did Ezra
Yeah, we
already.
did. We did. That was
We
the first one
did.
we
We did
did.
with Lisa.
But he is so always so relevant, right?
Oh yeah, I thought that
Always
was
so
Asmir.
relevant.
We did. She did it twice.
That was the
Lisa
first
was
Oh,
on
one.
all right.
twice
Okay. Well,
because the other person who was going to do Asmir, at some point somebody had to back out, and we asked Lisa. Lisa came on.
okay.
So yeah,
Shauna
we've
said
already.
she gonna go
Please,
Ezra on the
please,
first part.
can
You
we
said
not go
no.
back? I don't want to go back.
No,
I
we're
don't-
not going back to Ezra. We are
Thank you.
absolutely not going back to Ezra. Okay. All right.
If you missed
No.
it, go to somebody. Go to somebody's YouTube. One of our
If
YouTubes is
you missed
there.
it, just go to Ayana page. That's all you gotta do. Lord.
I'll post it. I'll
I was
repost
getting
it.
faster.
But I was trying to help y'all to understand that men have a tendency to not be as vocal, but more expressive in behavior to help you to understand. It's like we talk about love language, right? What's their love language? How they go about showing their affection. And instead of saying it and articulating it, they're just showing you, their actions are showing you, unless they're beating you upside your fucking head. But outside of that,
That's how Ike showed
yeah.
Tina he loved her.
Oh,
That shit.
you can take in a
What's
minute.
love got to do with it then?
Whoa.
No,
What's
no,
love
it's
got
the
to
case.
do with it?
Okay.
No, it's the case.
Listen, I was looking at something the other day where somebody said that he didn't know she didn't know her man loved her if he whip her ass every now and then. And I'm just sitting there like,
Mhm.
No, that's the actual saying that people
Yeah,
used to
some
say.
females
Yeah.
feel that way. Sadly,
They
do.
say, I don't feel like he loves me unless he hit me every once in a while. And I'm like, who says that? I
Mhm.
know somebody who said that when I was a
Yeah,
child, and I remember listening to them as a child and being like, something's wrong with you.
he better
let
beat
Right.
me
them
tell you
fucking
something.
bills.
I would literally love
Them
him to
bills.
death. Okay,
Hmm.
love him to death. Call 911 and just tell him send the coroner. You don't need nothing but the
That's
coroner.
what I said, Chanel. What's in
Nothing
that case?
bad,
What does love have to do with it, baby?
Allegra,
Oh,
that's for you, I believe.
that's Chanel. I said the same thing. Don't love me
oh
like
my
that.
god.
'Cause I promise you, you will be stinking some way. Mm,
Yep.
you will be stinking. Mm-mm.
So
So,
didn't his mama walk in the kitchen while he was having a meal?
And never knew that that was the same girl sitting at her dinner table, child.
bro, that's a good drunk here.
Your son ate at your island, and the chick he ate at the island ate at your dinner table.
Woo, a full meal is right, baby.
Shit.
A full meal. Well, nobody is like nasty like that other than Sadiq. Sadiq and Blind.
What?
Zeke
I
and
think
blind.
they was nasty like that, just eating all over everywhere. Well, who else was like that?
Stanton.
Everybody.
Oh, Izzy did.
Oh, did it? Because even
Izzy did
Ashley
do.
Story did it.
Izzy did do. What you call him on the Kennedy on the table by the stepmama.
So yeah, I that part was gross about how he said his daddy used to go and put his mouth all over all these women and went right home and kissed his wife in the mouth.
Oh
And he
yeah.
said
That's why
he
he been
grew up
kissing
right
me.
there.
You know, some people I've heard men say this, that not fictional characters, that kissing is too intimate. If they're not in a
Committed
committed
relationship.
relationship, if they just out there doing their thing,
Mhm.
that's too intimate. Are they
So you
there?
can
They
kiss
are
my
there
other
to
lips, but you can't kiss these lips.
It is because you literally swapping.
Not that you
spit.
would want to. You
Yeah,
shouldn't want them to anyway.
all of that is very intimate.
All
I
of it is
feel
I
intimate.
was
like
gonna
you
say,
should exchange oral sex with people that you are not.
Yeah.
I
committed.
would think
intimate or committed to, right?
Right.
I would think that the oral sex should be more intimate than kissing my other set of
Both
lips.
both of them. Like
That's
you,
more.
if you're not like involved with somebody, like involved personally and committed to somebody, you should not be kissing them. You should not be having oral sex with them.
Right.
You shouldn't be doing backdoor activities with them either.
You're right about that too. But you then again, they got some people that feel like
Anything goes. Every hole is open for you.
that, and also that
You know what?
you could still be considered a virgin having backdoor sex and not regular sex.
Yeah, saving themselves. They got
More
expectations
lip
for
chicken.
family and different stuff. So they're like, we could do everything, but you penetrate me there, so you can penetrate me someplace else. Because I
Child,
gotta
Wow.
I need
save
a
that for
drink.
my wedding
Fooling
night.
with y'all. And this water ain't getting it.
Uh,
Shit.
I
What?
don't went through half a bottle.
Mm. And here's to that. Look, I'll drink to that. I'm a
We not what? Okay. Oral sex is okay before going condom is a hell no.
not for us, it ain't.
For somebody that you're committed to, yes.
If
And
I'm in
if you going back to Stent Roll, just wait. We listen. Don't start that. Y'all don't get me.
Don't even open that.
I don't know
we
about.
not I thought we wasn't doing that one either because y'all already did that one with
Right, y'all did the
We
y'all
did,
did
but
that one with Maisha
I'm
and
just trying to
Evelyn.
figure out if that's what she's talking about. If that's what you're talking about, Khalees.
for going condoms.
In the book, it's all of that.
Who is that saying not too much on stint?
Shalette.
Yeah, y'all get
Thank
off
you.
Center.
Yes,
Y'all,
exactly. The human hole puncher is right.
Y'all some
y'all leave
haters,
him
boy.
be. He knew what he wanted. He just went about it the wrong way. Leave that man be.
Y'all are going. So didn't
I
Jackson?
just thought on stint, but listen, even though, like,
Oh
even
Lord.
when we talk
Okay.
about the whole sexual part of with no condoms and the protection. Now I do like when that part is written in, but even like with what's his name? Sadiq, how he took your girl to the clinic, right? It's like he knew he was going he knew he was going in. And he
I'm
That's
gonna
why I
wanted
save
like
my
him.
comments on Sadiq and that when
For
we
that
talk
series,
about that
please do
series.
that.
Because I'll go on a whole anyway. Elle and Jack. Let's talk about
What
Elle and Jack.
So wasn't it revealed that
did she
Jackson
say, Ann and Jack?
Jackson was messing with, was it Emily Urseg? Is it Urseg?
The
No, no, Emily
yeah, yeah, the sister.
and
Not
Rush.
that he was messing with her.
Mhm.
They had the contract with Erica, and she was trying to Elle was trying to bring Emily on, and Jax was in the staff meeting, and he told her he was
Yeah.
very adamant that he was not letting her come on.
Mhm.
And when she kept pressing, he told her, pretty much no, and that's final. And that's when Elle was like, "Oh, this nigga done slept with this girl."
Let wear yeah.
So then, when the meeting was over,
Hmm.
she told him, she said, I think she told him, you can't keep them separated or something. And he was like, she's not coming on.
Right.
And I think that's when also when she told him, I think they kind of got into it, and she told
Yeah,
him
they
that
did.
she was leaving. She
Hmm.
was gonna go with Raina.
Right.
She needed that though. That was we were talking about. She had lost her mind, was developing feelings, started stalking, started showing up at brunches at the restaurant and all this stuff. She needed to go over and get to Twanese Evanson and get that book so she can get her mind right.
Listen, let me tell you, when she popped up at that
No,
brunch,
you didn't throw in
look,
past the twenties.
you could pop up at that brunch and you can sit down at that table. But when you touch my food, that's when we got a problem. All these waitresses walking around here, baby, you better order your own plate.
That was about proving a point. See, we together. I could
Mhm.
eat his food. I could do this. I could do that.
Shit. Order your own plate, Black. Mm-mm.
Listen, She lucky that Raina was settled down with Asmir, cause the old Raina would have been like, "What is wrong with you?"
She would have checked it because
Yes, she
Jackson
would
was her
have.
baby. That was her baby at that point.
Child.
Mother Raina.
Mm.
She got the calmer version, and she's lucky she did. And Raina understood her enough to be like, "Okay, I see what this is. I'ma just let it rock." And
But
she was
listen,
entertained by it.
somebody said something about the gifts. Baby, when Jason rolled up for Christmas with that mink and that diamond necklace, I would have been all in. I would have been all in.
Yeah.
He was giving her
What
books
y'all
too,
think
like
about the
fairy tale
books, the
books.
fairy tale books?
The fairy that was so cute.
Hmm.
That was cute. It was uplifting and it was something that she needed. That's what I think.
At first, I
'Cause
was kind of thrown by it because I was like, "What is this? Like the dark fairy tales?" And I was like, "Okay,
why it was coming from when they first went to that club and she sang fairy tales.
Hmm.
And she told him that I want to say she told him that that was like her life story or whatever, like what that people told her that this is life will be a fairy tale, but he didn't ride up on that white horse. But Jax
yeah,
fixed it for her. That girl said Jackson was a stalker and Jackson was a lover. How was he a stalker and a lover?
Oh, why would you ask? Why would you ask
No
her?
police flags for her.
Y'all know that's my issue,
Jesus.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why? Why, Allegra? Sometimes you have to let stuff just scroll on.
Oh,
but how was
All
he
right,
a
let me ask
stalker
you
though? I
this.
want to know what she mean by him being a stalker.
She'll and she said and she repeated it. Why is he a
how
stalker?
was he a stalker?
So while we waiting for Ma to put that in there, what
Mhm.
was your favorite scene? If you could choose one scene that was like, as y'all like to say now, chef's kiss, what would it be?
Favorite scene. Let me think. I know I got some stuff highlighted. Let me see.
Oh,
Honestly, when y'all asked me, the first thing that came to mind was the anal sex scene.
That's the first thing that came to my mind, Khalees. Though no, putting when he basically, went to the house with her, to see her parents or whatever, and how he stood up for her. Listen, I got so many ways to compare that. I love
The
when
dance.
those men stand up for their women.
Yeah.
It's like we might go through some shit, but ain't nobody gonna play with you.
I
Jackson
like his
the girl
birthday party when
of
he
sleeping with him to get a position, and he wanted more than what he asked for. Would leave on her desk and call it gifts.
What is that stalking? That's not
you know what?
stalking.
I didn't read it.
So
You see
because
what
he
you
didn't hand it to her,
Allegra.
it's not a
I'm
gift.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Because he didn't put it directly in her hand, it's not a gift.
Allegra said, I'm sorry.
He said when Al first met Bella, ooh,
Oh, and that goddamn dog.
Yeah, the dog.
that dog was massive.
I do like the first time he cooked for her at his apartment.
Yes, that's when he met Bella, putting her big
Yeah,
ass in the room.
I like that. I liked when he cooked for her.
I liked at his birthday party when he danced with her and he danced with the other two people on the team, and then
Well,
when he's up there saying he was
his
gonna have
cake.
cake or something, was it his cake?
He said the best part is I'm just sitting here waiting for my cake.
And
And
she's like,
DJ
"Is that you?"
Khaled said, well, we got a cake coming for you. He said, nah,
Mhm.
not that cake.
Not that cake. And he pulled up later, right? He pulled up.
Mhm.
Yeah, because she left the party early.
Right.
I also like when she sang with Raj.
He
I
was
thought
just.
he was in that. I was trying to remember if he was in the book.
Mhm.
I did like every time that he was like, I could picture his face just being like enamored of her every time she would sing.
Hmm.
Yes, when we
Um,
figured out that he was a Q with his tongue sticking out, and he was
yeah, they was
doing
doing their little stepping.
It's
That
something
was
about
at the
them dog
party.
ass niggas, huh?
Yeah.
It's something
Mhm.
about them dog ass niggas.
Oh, Tina said when they was in the
When they
They
saw
saw
each
each
other
Oh,
other
for
that
for
more
the
than
first
a
time
minute.
they saw it, yeah, that was good too.
yeah. So why do you think we deserve a second book? We ain't gonna get it, but
Well, because first off, I hate that. Like we all agreed, their story was incomplete, right? The wedding didn't happen until many books
but
later.
you feel as though it was incomplete.
Well, their story is like scattered all about other books, right? So it continues to go on, but so it's like we don't necessarily need it. It's just to have a collection of all of their stuff together. For me,
Yeah.
would be the only reason,
I think
right?
we need his point of view because we didn't get it until what was it, the epilogue when they were in Paris?
Right. The wedding was in Roger's book
Because Love
because
said she wasn't gonna write somebody that young at that
yeah,
time.
Right. I would love to see like the pregnancy journey and with the company established and what they're doing now. But the thing is, she always writes us through. I'm a sucker for a happy ending. That's why I don't like books that end with reality for what I could find in the real world. I
that
love a
happy for
company,
now.
right? Like it could happen, stuff that could happen. I read this one book that I remember just being all put out of shape because the couple went through all this stuff and finally worked it out, and lady was pregnant and ended up passing away from a brain aneurysm. And I'm like, who wrote this mess?
What you
I'm like, we
saying?
supposed to be happy and run off into the sunset. That's the way books end. If I want a reality, I would just pay attention in my life more.
I have to agree with Tina right here. At first, I wanted one. Me too. I did too. But heck, they're in everyone else's book. I need to see
Yeah,
them parenting though.
That's
I
what
don't
I
really
like
need one. I
about
was just saying
the
that would be
LBU.
wise.
Basically, you're gonna always get more of their story. Like
Mhm.
we got a little bit more in Tori's book, and Muted Hopeless. I love that because again, connecting everything, even like the brands, with the brands being in everything and tying it all together, and basically everybody calling on her because we see L up and through.
And all of them.
Yeah.
He represents everybody.
I
Yeah.
know Elle, who was the person who had trouble forming girlfriend relationships and doing stuff,
Right.
has, that scene in Tori's in the third Muted book where they were all at Jade's house is one of my
Right.
favorite scenes there
Oh yeah.
because these strong women who all had their own issues turned into a tribe.
Mhm.
Right. Elle, who did
Khalees, you're
not want
right.
any girlfriends.
You're right, Khalees.
We're
Where
not friends.
I
Tori
like
said
what
that.
What said that?
we're not friends, L. We
Oh,
ain't
Tori
friends.
said that.
Tori, you say that to her every time she get mad. We ain't friends. You
Or
getting too
or
close and
or Lex,
personal.
when her and Lex be cussing, she was like, when my first lady is cussing me out.
Right. Yeah, they had beef.
That was so funny how Ezra hooked them two up to be friends because neither one of them
Yep.
had real friends except for
Mhm.
Lex and how you say her name? Tashi.
Tashi.
Yeah.
Tashi. Tashi.
Mm-hmm.
What was
Tashi.
the nature of her migraines, Maisha? Did we ever discover that why she was stayed sick with the migraines?
It's probably I think migraines come on by stress, and I think that she had a lot of she just had a lot of shit going on. She still had
Mm-hmm.
those
She hadn't
nightmares.
let a lot of that old stuff go.
Right.
Like I said at the beginning, she was carrying such a heavy load and trying to disguise it with sex and her career and just keep pressing
She
on. We
probably
forget
had
so
convinced
much.
herself, I just need an outlet. If I can just get
Right.
some of this out, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we talked about Henry or funky ass.
Yeah, I think that Tosh need a book too, because
Yeah,
Tashi ain't
I
getting
she
used
no
had
book.
that
to
She ain't
backstory
getting no,
of
she ain't shooting going off that pole. Tashi is happy with her life.
she
My
has the
girl said, I'm
backstory
coming up.
I'm
with
happy with my
uh,
life. But
Yes, but she was kind of growing and changing through
she
Belana
is.
Sadiq's book. And I would love to hear a story of like what happened with her daughter and See
Yeah.
her get to the point where she get her own little HEA.
Y'all,
Yeah.
I don't know who y'all think y'all be talking about.
We
Ugh.
just,
I
we
don't know
just
what
be
Arthur y'all
saying
think
what
y'all
our
talking about. You
desires are.
know,
We want to
you
get back
can
on
hope and
the
wish. Look, we can hope, wish, and pray. But if
I
you've
hope
been
that.
around the
I don't
LBU
even
for a
think.
while,
I know.
I
And,
know.
but
you know it ain't gonna
honestly,
happen.
Tashi doesn't have the personality to be somebody. Well, not even say personality. Her lifestyle doesn't afford her a seat on the couch.
That's true.
Why you feel like that?
We don't know her like that though. To say that we don't know.
She's
Just like we
troubled.
didn't know Tori. You know, Tori
She's
was dropped
lost a
throughout.
child. She's stripping. She's
Tori was not on her
pregnant.
couch.
No, I'm saying though. You know how Tori was mentioned throughout other people's series. How
Hmm.
she was too. So
Right.
we don't really know what her story is
For all
unless
we
you
know,
know.
she could have came from a very wealthy family, and because of what happened with her kid, ran off
Child,
someplace and
they
I know.
started
are
I know it
Harlem
ain't gonna happen
Pride.
though.
She ain't come from no
Tobias,
I
isn't
know
it?
she didn't, but she could have.
they Harlem Pride, baby. Grew up in the mean streets of Harlem.
That's my girl. She
With
always
Jazz.
whip
With
somebody
Jazz.
ass, and I love it.
Yep,
With some
Tashi,
Jazz.
Jazz, and Lex.
That was funny. How
I
they.
see potential in Tosh. Y'all leave her be. She
Oh
got
yeah, I
potential.
mean,
Yeah, definitely.
I think she has written her in scenes where she's grown. We do know from other books that she was getting visitation rights back with her daughter, and she was in a relationship with somebody. She's given us what love does best, give us
A
tidbits to keep
little,
us
yep,
going.
tidbit. Girl, when she had us with ready to throw a baby shower for the whole LBU, goddamn raining babies all over the damn place.
Everybody was pregnant.
You have a baby.
Everybody,
You have a baby.
Everybody.
Look, long
look,
as she didn't point
Hell,
that finger,
Tori,
You get a baby, you get a baby, you get
yeah.
a baby.
Long as she didn't point that finger
Listen,
this way, baby.
Kenny, all of them.
Pastor didn't even
look.
want no baby, and he got 3 girls.
Yep, him and Lex got 3 girls.
Ain't that some shit? That's what she
She
don't want
can't have
no
no
fault.
kids.
She don't want
That's
no
why they
fault
keep
to
getting
be
babies because
first lady when you go to talk about babies.
Mm-mm.
she can't have no
Wait,
kids.
wait, is it just three? Is it a fourth one now? Remember, they was all pregnant. Whose book is that? And they all end up pregnant.
Well,
That's
I don't know, because in Tori's book, she said
the
that Mia
third
Grace
baby.
of mine, she said she my last one.
That
Maybe
was in,
so.
that
Because
was in
When L said this, he done Lexi, he done knocked me up. L was like, I know what's wrong with me. Why I'm sick. I'm pregnant. I was like, God, dog.
Yeah. Kenny was
Mm-mm-mm.
pregnant. What's her name? Parker.
Kenny
She
was pregnant. Tori was super. Kenny and Tori were super pregnant at the same time when Tori went to go dance on Brielle's stage.
mhm.
And my boy asked me, said, checkmate, bitch.
with the heels about them heels.
I love it when him and Ashton be going back and forth. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did, but I feel like there's another baby after that.
Parker.
Let's
I
go
I
back.
don't know. I just love that. I have to go look at Jazz's when in Jazz and Ashira's book to see if there was a baby in there, because that's the next place that a baby would have been.
Yeah,
Another
and
baby.
it might be in the encyclopedia.
Yeah. But yeah, no, she was raining babies. Elle got her baby. She was like, "Well, I was thinking I wanted to try to give him one, but
She didn't even know she was pregnant.
no."
Homegirl thought she had the flu. She didn't think she could have
She
kids.
thought she had the flu and kept saying, I'm at I'm at the doctor.
I
Girl,
pray every day. Please don't do that to me.
Lord. Can
Well,
you imagine having a 29-year-old or any kid in their 20s and you starting that shit out, girl? Okay,
Ayana, ain't too many people gonna know about that baby.
this
Me and
my grandbaby.
You
me
know
and
what? My stylist was asking me the last time I was in there, would I date a guy with young kids? And I looked at her like she was out her effing mind. I said, I'm sorry. What? I said, okay, wait. How young you talking about? Now, if you talking elementary school, hell no.
I don't want to deal with teenagers either because I beat them bat the piss out of them. So
Girl, let me tell you, them middle schoolers in my building, I stay upstairs on the top floor. Because if I have to go downstairs and deal with them middle schoolers, I, I I need all of them says I need my job. I need my benefits. I got things I'm trying to do. And I be done choked the shit out of one of them kids. Let me stay upstairs with the little kid with elementary school. Cause in middle schoolers ain't no joke. So nah, yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait on Devin. I'm just wait on Devin.
My
Especially
primary
if they,
school teacher,
especially if they think their daddy should be with their mama still.
Ooh,
Lord,
out. That
They
part.
they'll drive you nuts.
Okay. Okay.
I don't want to
I've
deal with
had one
that
say,
baby
I've
mama.
had one say,
To
I'm
get
going
them kids is right, Mimi.
my they ain't with it. Get
That's
them
why I say,
kids.
girl, look, when I look at that the whole scene of it, yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
They
But
got
I
some
think
some
back
good sales on dildos. We straight.
but back to the story, that's part of the thing. That's part of the reason Jackson was just so darn charming. And that was part of his charm is that like he watched Elle even at the beginning, I think it was only like 20% into the book. And it was when they had the meeting at his house and he would and Elle had fallen asleep in his sister's room and he was giving her a ride home. And she was sitting in the car brooding about something and he said, "What's wrong with you?" And she was like, "How you know something's wrong with me?" And he said, "Oh, because you bite your lip when you're thinking." Like he ain't even been around her too long and he already
He was studying
studying
her,
her,
which was his
studying her.
that was his thing, to study women just to see exactly who they are, what they like. Because that was his goal, to please you, to know you. And he understood older women needed that, right?
Yeah.
What was the young woman, the young lady's name that was in the medical center? What was her name?
In what?
In
The
that book?
medical, huh?
In this book?
And Jackson was taking care of her, but he didn't want
Oh,
hell.
Miracle. Miracle. Her name's
Miracle,
Miracle.
His
that's
daughter.
it.
Got that from
Miracle.
the encyclopedia.
I'm sitting there like, who is she talking
So
about?
Miracle
The
was
baby, Miracle. Is her is his sister or maybe his daughter. We never got
that's
I
why I
don't
said, did
We
we
know.
don't
ever
know.
get
Hmm?
I was
We
saying, did
don't
we
know who
ever get any story about that? Any
No,
finale?
he said he don't want to know.
Right.
Right.
He
He
don't
just
Because
want to
they
know
he just
his
both was
sister and
messing
he
stepbrother.
around with
he
the
just
same
Both of them
woman.
had
he
both of
just
them
took
had
her
slept with
on
the
like she was his. And he
Yeah.
was like,
Sister and
it
daughter,
could
maybe.
be, it could
His
be. He
daughter
was like,
sister, ain't that sad?
that he said the idea that there was a possibility was enough for him
child.
because
Can
his
y'all
father wasn't
imagine
here.
that?
That's a hell of a situation.
That's when your daddy just fucking nasty girl. Oh,
Not
How
just your
we doing the
daddy, you
same old
nasty
woman?
too. Shit.
Like how we doing the same? Wasn't they having threesomes?
I
I
don't
don't
know
know.
if they was having three.
I thought it was more of an innocent situation because I can't
I
see.
don't I don't I don't see love writing that.
Yeah,
There's certain
I
Yeah,
areas
don't
that he's not
they
I
had
going
think
to.
he was cheating. I mean, his dad was, messing with a woman he knew he had.
I think
Right.
both of them slept behind the other. And
Right.
Yeah.
I think his dad would pass him women he was done with
well,
at the
first of
very
all, something wrong with her because baby, you knew you was too old to be trying to carry a baby. No, no, don't do that. Just don't do it. Let it go.
Ugh.
yeah. No, that was
There's just some
that was a
things.
lot.
Just that was too much. That was too much,
But
Jackson.
like I was saying, even though it was Jackson's thing, there was always, I think, he was in denial about how fast his feelings for Elle were developing. Like he wanted her, but I don't think he recognized that it was more than just
Right.
wanting her physically. Like
Mm-hmm.
the fact that he was taking note of everything and pulling her in and doing special things for her to the point that everybody else at work was like, what is this tension that's in the room? What's going on? Like he don't act like this with none of us.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
agree with that.
Child.
I feel like he was just trying to give her some space to come to him because usually the old ladies do be happy to have the young guy chasing after him.
Mhm.
Okay, well let me
And
stand
Elle was
corrected.
fighting it.
I just asked, did Jackson and Quincy have a threesome? She does not recall. They were not above that though.
Well,
See,
From the mouth of LB. So And you should see my response. The fuck?
Leave it to your the reader's imagination if you want that.
Child, and that's exactly what we gonna do.
Did we talk
But
about her neighbor, Michael, the dude that lived next door?
Girl.
What a
The
terrible
neighbor
beard. You
landlord.
supposed to be the beard and you forget and start flirting with somebody else at the party.
That shit was funny. And not just that, the girl that Jackson brought with him, was slipping her goddamn phone number in the man back pocket. And I'm like, Lord, y'all just swap and spit everywhere. This why you can't kiss these niggas and why you can't sleep with them.
mm-mm.
Speaking of going back to the party, remember the first part, the funniest scene, the first party when the graduate student Ashley and her friend was talking at the sink and Elle and Elle and Clarice came out and showed them how flexible they were.
I was dying laughing. She was like,
Mhm.
But that heifer kept coming around. I didn't get what she was coming around for. I mean, I
Yeah.
think she was just hoping. But if this nigga done took you out all these different times and you not seeing no progress, child, just move on. He either
Well,
gay or he don't
she
want
thought
you.
because he kept taking her around. She like he 26, he paid. Again, I don't think she recognized that she wasn't his feed. She just like he 26, he paid, he a boss. I'm in graduate school. I want to be a boss. He can put me in that realm. So as long as he keep coming around, obviously there's a possibility for me.
Hmm.
Child.
Yeah, there was a lot of things. There's a lot of things.
Police said,
I enjoyed their story though. I truly
right.
did enjoy their story. There truly is not a story. Even though I don't like Stent, there was never a story LB has ever written that I don't like, that I did not enjoy. Now, the characters, you might have issues with, but her story, her writing style, her stories, there's always something you can pull from it, something you can learn from it.
Mhm.
It's a good conversation starter, that's for
I
sure.
wouldn't even say the characters. I'll say character actions.
No, because
'Cause
I
I
really
don't
don't
hate. I don't hate that,
like him at all.
but that was
Listen,
how. Khalees
That
said
true.
which song moment was the best? I would
I
say
say
Jezebel.
fairy tales.
Jezebel when she got up there and sang Jezebel, and then
Oh
he went
yeah,
to her
Jezebel.
goddamn house
Mhm.
after that part, and he told her, "I'm here to show you you are not a Jezebel." I said, "All right."
Yeah. Oh, right.
And Lisa said, what did y'all think about Stephanie buying Elle that ugly ass choker?
She didn't buy her that. She made that, and she put the rainbow colors on there. And then she showed up in that room that
Girl,
night. Told
Stephanie
her,
was just
"Why
a
would you put
hot
the
ass
rainbow
mess.
colors
That's
on
what
there?"
she was.
Showed up in her thong with her nasty ass.
That's
Girl,
Hmm.
go sit
crazy.
down somewhere.
So
she thought
Elle's
she was
birthday
ready to
is
get pregnant.
Saturday, January 28th.
28. Yep, sure is.
Child.
Yeah, I wonder what Jack's gonna do fall.
Well, I
Oh, baby
mean,
shower.
he threw $100 bills on the stripper pole. So come on.
He
We'll
about
show
to
you
throw her
like
a baby shower now.
she can still swing on that pole with a belly.
Give her another
Yep.
baby.
I saw a girl the other day on Instagram doing it with a belly and she had on skates.
Oh, okay.
Well, dang.
Oh,
That
Well,
that's
mother
too
dang.
was
much.
talented. She
Well,
was
dang.
talented. She need the whole
Okay.
classes. Because I can't skate or swing on that pole. Show me.
Well, damn. So tell us in the comments, right? What y'all think? So next is technically on the list. We begin like book 1 and 2 of Connecticut Kings. What do y'all think? What direction should we go? Should we just skip over that and go to Wayward Love and do Connecticut Kings all that in one? What's y'all thoughts, ladies? What y'all think? Because
Um,
we
I would
doing
do
we
Wayward
doing
Love.
CCJ and Love. We doing the whole series.
I would do Wayward Love and then just do Connecticut Kings in order.
Did we do Raj and we did Raj already?
No, we ain't get to my brother
Mhm.
yet. He doesn't come until after Wayward Love.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's do see. You ain't doing it.
You know,
Maisha, they done already kicked you out.
I don't have them. I can't. I cannot. Prism, all three prisms. I've had. I'm good.
Yeah, Maisha coming with our PowerPoint presentation.
Hell to the no.
Wayward Love, then
No,
Love
there's
and
nowhere in
Rhythm
the
and
world
Blues.
Oh wow, I'm just messing with you, Ma. I'm just messing with you.
we can't do Way with Love and CK together. That's like
We can't do them together.
too much.
Yeah,
Too
that's what I
many.
said. Let's do them. Let's do them. And let's come back to Connecticut Kings at the end. So next month will be Wayward Love. Then after that will be Love, Rhythm, and Blues, which I love. Aaron's perspective. I hope he may be available. I getting a male perspective has been good. Did y'all see the review? His comments in the NBSB. I thought that was
Yeah.
real good.
We're muted.
I saw him about Raj and Winter.
Yeah, about
Yeah.
Roger.
Yeah.
Then we got Sadiq. Then we
We
went
need to do. We need to do CK before some of those.
You
I
could do it
love-
before
Yes, we
Sadiq.
did.
Now,
They,
I don't like
did
him.
Stint and Zoe. Somebody, Tina, they did Stint and Zoe with Maisha and Evelyn a while ago.
yeah, they're on our YouTube
So
station.
we said we wasn't gonna do them.
Yeah, we did Team Stanton, so
we still
Oh,
got
yeah,
Team
we did those. We did Loves and Probability,
That was
Possibility.
actually 2 years ago, Maisha.
What is that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
So
was
you
2 years
so y'all
ago.
doing Izzy and Isaac, or Isaac Izzy and Kennedy? Izzy and
This is the
Kennedy.
wayward. Yeah, we haven't done that yet.
yeah, that's Wayward.
That's my
So that's what
guy.
we're trying to decide. We're gonna go
Y'all
wayward.
can keep
We're gonna,
Sadiq. He was
She's
just
gonna
too
talk
much for me.
to
What?
What you're not gonna
I
do is take
love
me.
Sadiq, look.
What you're
Sadiq
not
is
gonna do
walking
is
in my
take
top
me on
five.
a first date and then ambush me and take me to the doctor's office.
Girl, that was a
Why
mess.
don't you get past
That
that?
was
Just
a
get
mess.
past that.
That was a hot mess.
Just get past it.
it was a problem, but listen,
So
I
what you
love
thinking, Josh? After we do Wayward, we go to Connecticut, do half of Connecticut, do
the
like
whole, we need to do the. We can't. You gotta do all of it.
all of Connecticut.
Not at one time.
Just
You
do
trying to do Connecticut all at one time?
do
So you
Trenton.
want to do them?
Trenton
You want to do them
Jay.
in order that they are on the list. So let's just go to Love in the Red Zone since that's book 1 of CK, and we do CCJ's right after that, which is book 2. Then Wayward Love, because remember her characters start to show up in these other books.
Yeah.
So let's just stay in order. Let's stay in order. So CK is next. The introduction to Love in the Red Zone. Ooh, y'all ready
Shoot
for
'em up.
I love TG.
y'all ready for
This is
some
bad.
Trent Jade?
I love Trenton.
I love
So that needs to be Trent and Jade's both of their books, though, right?
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, their book but their books are 1 and 4 in the
Right.
CK series, number 1 and number 4, right?
But that's why I said if we still read in the order in which she wrote it, we know Wayward came before in the end zone.
But I mean, you only want to talk about that couple in one session, I would say. So do
Right.
one
That's
and
what I'm saying. You
4.
don't want
Wrap
to
them
talk
up.
one book, the first
So,
book,
we,
and then
so we're gonna do 1 and 4 together.
Yeah. Just one
And then-
time on Jade and Trent.
But when do we read CCJ's?
after it,
After
I
that,
mean,
go to Jordan and
that's why I was saying
Nicole?
the CK series needs to go all the way. That's just my opinion.
Because
I don't see us doing starting CK and then
I
jump
love
to
me-
Wayward and then go back to CK because
That's why I
of
said
this
do
series.
Wayward first and then make our way through the CK.
All right. So
just put it in
What's
a hat
next?
and pick a name.
what's next? What's next? I know, right? What's next? Love it. We gonna do a Trent or we doing Izzy and Kennedy? What did y'all just say?
I ain't saying shit.
She said they all hear me.
You're not mad at me, baby. I'm here.
Oh, she said 1 and 4, then 2 and 3, and then 5, 6, then 7, then 8. Maisha said.
So where is Wayward Love in that?
That's what I'm saying.
She's saying do them all together. just do the CK all together.
I feel like we should do all the CK all together,
I do
not
too.
break it up.
I can't
So
believe
either go straight to Wayward Love and then go back to CK, or start CK and finish it, then go to Wayward Love.
Yeah, I
I
agree
don't
with that
think
too.
because Wayward Love doesn't have a lot of crossover between the CK characters, so we could probably it could probably
None
be
of
first.
none of them really do. They
She
just
just
met.
released them that way
Yeah,
because
they
they
just
only
Yeah,
come
mentioned.
out by seasons. So yeah, keep
yeah.
them together and then do Wayward either before or after.
Right. I don't see
Yeah.
breaking up CK.
Okay, so Wayward next, and then after Wayward, we jump into Connecticut.
That way.
We jump into Connecticut. Oh, that's gonna be fun. Hope maybe we can get
And y'all
we
be
can
nice to
do this.
Izzy with his parental challenges.
It
Listen,
don't matter. It don't matter if she. It doesn't matter if she mentions them. We're talking about those particular series. So it doesn't matter if she mentions them throughout in other books. She's gonna
Yeah,
always mention Trent or uh
Right.
any of the CK characters. And Jordan is mentioned in everything. So it really doesn't matter when she mentions them. So it's Wayward and then the CK series.
that's
right.
fine. They're
So
not gonna
Wayward's
play
up
with Isaac
next.
while I'm on their phone on this live. They're not gonna play with Isaac. He took my virginity too.
I had no problems with Izzy, so
I didn't either.
I ain't had no problems
Until
with him.
book three. Until
The
book.
young the young man
You
really
right. I was mad with him in book 3.
Yeah, we
You
talked
know
about
what?
that
You
already.
know what? When I was reading, I don't think I got mad with him, but when I listened, I was like, God, dog,
Mhm.
man, my feelings was getting hurt. I was like driving and tearing up, like, come on, y'all.
What from Isaac?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Let's see Isaac. Yep.
I was
I
all
mean,
right
I
with it.
got it.
It's
I
on his
understood
steady.
it.
Right.
I understood it. That don't mean it didn't hurt. Like, God damn.
Mhm.
It did hurt. That was painful.
Yeah.
It was.
It
Yeah.
was painful.
Mhm.
are we doing 3 books in one
Girl,
discussion?
why are you entertaining that?
That is a good question.
Anyway,
But we'll know.
anyway.
We'll
Let's
know
go.
based off of how what we're gonna do though. We're gonna invite you to put some questions in the comments. I'll start a post so you can give us something to think about so we can have it a little bit more structured and give y'all some feedback so we don't have people in the sidelines saying, "Hey, you hear me?" Like Maisha.
I was just thinking, Maisha was asking if y'all putting it all three so she could get her PowerPoint together, and she didn't know how many books to put in her PowerPoint.
Girl. How you
We
feel neglected,
definitely
we let you run
Wrong.
3 whole books.
Run with
run the
shy
book
shit.
and run her mouth before Jesus.
With
We
shy
let
shit.
you run 3 whole books. Not only that, Allegra and Ayana let you run Stanton and Zoe's story. How,
Yeah.
how?
And she's always going against the grain.
Girl.
Hateration.
So y'all also know that we're gonna be getting a book that if y'all check following love and you in her getting her mail, you know that Tobias is next. So
Low love, low fidelity. And that sounds like some shit that's gonna take us through it.
Mhm.
so get
No
ready, get
love and
ready,
low
get ready.
fidelity. So it's gonna be no love and a whole lot of cheating.
A
Lord
whole
have
Yeah.
lot of shit going on.
Ooh,
Lord
I
have
don't know. Those are the ones I have issues with. So I'm gonna try it.
what? Low love and a lot
Love
of
gonna
cheating.
have love gonna have me
Infidelity.
someplace telling people off.
Child.
I'll be at work because supposed to be working. I'll be at work talking to myself over at my desk, going off on characters.
Tobias is her next male lead in the story
Yeah.
she's working on now.
I want to know who the
Very
female
nice.
is. Because it's usually somebody we've already been introduced to.
I
Mm.
don't recall that name, and I don't think so.
Well, no, no, no. That's how I said. That's how I
Oh,
want to know who the female is.
I was gonna say the
oh.
female might be the one.
Right.
You got some more to say? Okay, so I've had a long ass day. We've been on here an hour and 20
Yes, we've
minutes.
been an
I'm not
hour
even
and
ready to
23
entertain.
minutes.
Maisha talking about she got some more to say.
Tell her
Let me
put
give
it in
you
the
the link to
group.
StreamYard, Maisha, and you can go ahead and do your own thing.
Tell her put it in the group.
We want to thank you all for joining us tonight and riding out this hour and a half with us. We look forward to our next chat of Love's Catalog. And again, thank y'all again. Make sure y'all are putting your comments in there. You're following up. And if you're interested, hit me up and let me know if you're interested in the next chat and we'll pull names.
Mm.
Anybody else got anything else?
Thank y'all for joining
No,
us.
Thanks,
thank you
guys.
guys.
Thank
I have
you.
fun.
Bye.
I said Ellen Jackson were not my very favorite LBU characters, but I love all of them. So
Think we
Lit.
all covered. She said Maisha and Sandra takeover coming soon. Lord help us.
Oh no.
And good night. Y'all have a good night.